Hello everybody and welcome back to the Financial Wolf channel. In this video, we're going to be doing yet another reaction style video. You guys enjoyed the one that I uploaded just a couple of days ago, so I thought, why don't we react to another piece of content? And by the title of the video, you guys know that I am reacting to Millennial Money with the man himself, Graham Stephan. Well, we don't actually have Graham Stephan here in person, but I decided to print out a picture of him to show that he is here at heart. He is the king of Millennial Money, and I thought it wouldn't be a good video if he wasn't here and you guys wouldn't click on it and watch it. No one in the comment section get mad, please, because it wasn't clickbait. There's a picture of him right here, like he's with me. He's just not here in person, so it still counts. I can still put Graham Stephan in the title because I printed out a picture of him. So guys, with that all being said, we're going to get into the Millennial Money episode, and our photo of Graham Stephan is going to be commenting with me. So the title of the Millennial Money episode we're going to be reacting to is Living on $50K a Year in Brooklyn. Millennial Money. This should be a really good episode, guys. It's the newest one that's out right now. Hopefully she does some crazy stuff with her money that I can actually laugh about in this video, so it's entertaining, but I highly doubt it. She only makes $50K, so she doesn't have that much spending money, especially since she's living in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, everyone, so with all that being said, let us get into the Millennial Money episode.
New York City is pretty expensive, but I think if you know where your money's going and you recognize what your priorities are, it's totally doable.
The background music is very enticing. I really like it.
My name is Elena Haskins. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Make about $50,000 a year. This is my first full-time job out of college. I started in September, so a few months after graduation. I've almost been there for a year. I've always been a really visual person and I have a photo background, but I want to help with the branding and marketing. So somehow I found PI.
She's making some pretty good money out of college. I mean, $50K is really not bad. A lot of people who get out of college only make like $30,000 or $40,000. So she got a decent job out of college, probably a lot of advancement opportunity, especially since it's a position in New York. So it has to be pretty good, right? Expenses. Ooh, this is where it gets exciting.
I feel like I've had a lot of different influences about money, negotiating, 401k, investments. There never was like one person who was like, this is what you need to do. A lot of it has just been influence, and I've also just been very curious.
Okay, so this is where it gets exciting. Her budget is all laid out right here. She spends about $3,060 every single month. About $880 goes to savings. That is a really good chunk of change. Food, $340. I think that's pretty good. Transportation, $145. I'm guessing that might be the subway or some sort of car insurance. Let's see. Monthly Metro card and rideshare services. So since she lives in New York, she uses public transportation. That's fine. Debt repayment, I'm guessing that's student loans. Hopefully her student loan debt is not crazy high. But $130 a month, that probably means her debt's probably around $20,000, which is not the worst I've ever seen. You know, some people graduate college with like $40,000 or $50,000 in student loan debt. MISC, $420. That is certifications, class, entertainment, laundry, life insurance. Not bad at all. And subscription, $75 a month. Gym, Spotify, Adobe Creative Cloud, Google Storage, and Squarespace. That's not bad either. I mean, she's not really doing anything crazy with her money at this point, especially since she's only spending $3,060 per month. Spotify, that's fine. Gym, that's fine. Adobe Creative Cloud, I'm guessing that's some sort of graphic design. Her phone, $40 a month, very good. Donations, $30 a month. I have no issues with that. And $950 a month in New York for rent is really good. I'm guessing she's living in some sort of studio apartment. I'm not sure how expensive Brooklyn is compared to other areas of New York, but she's probably in some sort of studio if she's living for that cheap in terms of rent.
Money conscious. No one's really been like pressuring me to think about this. I think it's kind of cool and important. I like to divvy up things depending on percentage. So immediately after my paycheck comes into my bank, which I use Ally, it just goes into the savings depending on how much I want.
Wow, that is awesome. She uses Ally Bank. I believe they're one of the highest interest rates on saving accounts. I think they're over 2%. It's an online banking account. So that's awesome that she uses Ally. So she's doing it right. She's putting her money into savings before she's spending. A lot of people spend and then save what they have left over. She saves and then spends what's left over. So that's the right way to do it.
I tailor my lifestyle towards not having that money because I'm just used to it. I graduated from Ithaca.
So exactly what I said, about $20,000 in student loans. The interest on that's probably not terrible because it's student loans, but I definitely would want to go towards paying that off. But $16,000 is honestly not the worst I've ever seen. I'm happy that it's only that and nothing crazy.
College in May 2018, so I had a lot of part-time jobs throughout school. I'm really fortunate that I didn't have a lot of student loans. I had a lot of scholarships and my family helped a lot through college, so I could minimize the amount of student loans I have. I think it's really important to get a jump on it if you can. I still want to budget for it and get them paid off in the next 5 years.
5 years? No, that's a terrible idea. She makes $50,000 a year. She should just go ahead and pay that off. Instead of putting the money to savings right now, I think she should be throwing it at the student loan debt. That should be a priority. Just get that out of your life, even if the interest rate's not extremely high. Instead of putting her money in a savings account at 2% right now, she could be paying off her student loans with like a 4% interest rate. And instead, she'd be making a little bit more money. So instead of putting her money towards savings, I definitely think she should be putting it towards student loans. Well, she's already paid off $5,000, so that's not bad. She just got out of college, so she's definitely going to be paying it off before 5 years.
I feel like dating as a young person is pricey. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, it's a little helpful that I am a lady, so usually if I go on some first dates, I don't usually have to pay.
That is actually really true. Like, if you take a girl on a date, the guy always has to pay, which really sucks. But, I mean, she's saving money that way, so it's good to be a girl.
I'm happy to. I honestly am. Like, sometimes I pay tip, things like that. And I always say, I'll get the next one. When I've been in, committed relationships, I'm very good about, half and half. So, if you get this one, I'll get the next one. Or, just finding alternatives and just, going out all the time. I think dating in New York, it can get kind of pricey, but maybe not as much for me.
I like how they all have these different sections and then the music gets super dramatic when every section changes. A
lot of my friends and I have been doing picnics or potlucks, so it's a really good way to hang out with people. I also am on a bunch of email lists and newsletters that give you free events. And a lot of professional networks I'm in have New York City events and classes that you can take for free. How long have you lived here?
Almost 5 years.
Oh, okay, nice. I'm actually friends with my neighbors. I'll tell my friends, oh yeah, I baked a cake with my neighbor, or, I went over to their house, and they're like, you know who your neighbors are?
No offense, but what does this have to do with finance? I've literally been listening for 20 seconds, not being able to say anything because they're just talking about how she hangs out with her neighbors and how she likes to bake cakes with them. I don't like this at all.
So with my hair, I honestly cut it myself, or my mom does it. And that's just because I have pretty simple hair. I don't need anything super wacky. I never get my nails done. I don't do any waxing services, and that's just a personal preference. I can just do it myself.
That's actually a good point. You can save a lot of money in a month by doing your own beauty stuff. So that's good that she's not getting her nails done for $50 every single month. So she's saving a good chunk of change by doing that. Now let's take a look at her retirement goals. I'm actually super hyped that she already has retirement goals set in her 20s. A lot of people don't save for retirement or worry about it until they're 30 or 40 years old, and you miss out on just so much opportunity. I'm 16 years old right now, and I have a Roth IRA open, and I put money in there every single month for my retirement when I'm eventually 55 and a half, a long time from now.
So I have the 5% and then my company matches it. And if I get a pay increase, I definitely want to up that. For the company to put in money, like that's free money. Like I don't know why you wouldn't max that out if you have the financial means to.
Hey, that's awesome. She's using her match with her 401k or whatever she said, simple IRA. That's awesome that her company offers a match and she takes full advantage of that. So if you have a 401k or a simple IRA with your company and they offer a match, always take that before you do anything else every single month with investing. I do a Roth IRA right now because I don't have a regular job. I do a bunch of different small businesses to earn money. So unfortunately, I don't have benefits like that. But if you do at your work, definitely take advantage of it and then move to things like a Roth IRA and things that are after tax.
So that's really important to me.
So she seems pretty interested in investing. She's doing some things with Robinhood as well. She has about $2,000 in a brokerage account. So that's pretty exciting. I'm glad that she's interested in investing her money and saving for her future.
I do freelance photography on the side, mostly headshots and portraits. I haven't done it as much now just because I've been working on another project. It's called Converge, and so it's all like an actionable resource for people who just graduated and seniors about like what to do after college. Here's some steps you can do, or like here's how you save money, here's how you make friends, here's how you get an apartment. And it covers like all the aspects of the post-grad life. Right now,
hey, that's awesome. She's doing a bunch of different side hustles. She's doing a little bit of photography, and she's also doing a bit of this new project she's working on. It seems pretty cool that she's doing all these things. It's always good to have a side hustle because eventually that side hustle could turn into something for you and you have a small business going that earns you money. So I'm glad that she's not just working her regular job. She's trying to experiment by doing other things. So that's awesome. I'm really proud of her.
Doesn't make me money, but I think it's really important to not always do things for money. For now, I really want to kind of like give back to the people who were helping me when I was transitioning and do that for other students.
I think it's important to have a passion about the side hustle that you're running, and she definitely has it with what she's doing. Like with my YouTube channel, even though I'm not making a whole lot of money from it, I really enjoy making videos about finance. I just love talking about business, so that's why I do them. I don't do them for money because if I was doing them for money, I would have quit about a year ago, but I really enjoy doing what I do, so I continue with it.
I think it'd be nice to make over 100,000, and I definitely want to hit that by 30. I know it sounds kind of ambitious, but I think it's doable. I think if I make the right career jumps and I stick with my side hustles, it's definitely doable. I would want to donate.
100%. Like making 100,000 is really not as hard as a lot of people think. I'm working on getting there myself. I'm still pretty far away, but as I'm getting closer and closer to that goal, I'm noticing how not difficult it is to make $100,000 a year. A lot of people think that if you make 100 grand a year, you're rich, you're in the top 1%, but in reality, quite a few people do that between their side hustle and their regular job. Let's say if you're making $70,000 a year at your job, you can easily make an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month having a small business on the side. And obviously that won't come overnight to you, but if you work on a business hard enough over a good extended period of time and you stay consistent with it, it's pretty easy to make an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month, especially in this day and age.
Some of it, I'd want to use some of it like to travel or to buy more camera equipment, and then a lot of it I would just want to put to the side. You know,
that's a good mindset on money. Like I always try and budget my income where I'm able to spend a little bit, I'm able to use a little bit to benefit other people, and I'm also able to use a little bit to make myself wealthier.
Maybe with groceries, I could buy more organic eggs, or just like tiny things, or maybe I could buy nicer shampoos. All the small things that it's easy to be frugal with, it would be nice to have that little perk later. But I think in general, my budget will still be pretty similar, even if I get a pay raise.
So all in all, I thought that episode of Millennial Money was absolutely great. I liked how the girl in the episode was very visioned towards her future. She had a clear goal of making $100,000 in a year by the time she's 30. She had a goal of building up a Robinhood investing portfolio, and she was focused on increasing the amount she is saving towards retirement. So I love the episode overall. The only thing I would want to change is instead of putting the $850 towards savings that she is right now, I would pay off that student loan debt as fast as she possibly can. So Graham, what did you think about the episode of Millennial Money now that you were sitting here watching it with me? Wow, Graham, you're really quiet today. You haven't said much the entire episode. I don't know. Graham just doesn't like Millennial Money anymore, I guess. Okay guys, all jokes aside, I think that about wraps up today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to drop a like and also leave me a comment down below telling me what you thought about this video. Thank you guys so much if you made it to the end, and peace out.